Well, guys, congrats on the Final Four. Yeah, one of us is about to be a millionaire in the next few days. This entire merge, for the most part, I've been put through the freaking ringer. None of the votes have gone my way past the race vote. And I'm just so frustrated. Meaning, I gotta win today's immunity challenge, or I'm gonna end up risking the girls possibly taking me out. Well, I guess it's fair to say we're probably gonna make the final three. Yeah, the question is, do we take Charlie or do we take Chloe? That's a good question, actually. Both pose as a threat, but I guess we'll focus on that after the challenge. Based on where I stand, I feel like it's pretty certain I make the final three. I mean, no one's really targeting me, for now at least, and I don't really feel like I'm in danger right now. When you really think about it hard, Brittany really poses a massive threat. And the reason why I say this is because she is voted in the majority, or at least the person who went out, every single time. I mean, the Kim thing was obvious, but then after that, she just kind of became this monster and took out everybody else, the other 5 people, one by one. And she always had an aid in their eliminations. This really gets me freaked out by Brittany, with how much move she has on her resume. So, if she doesn't win immunity, I gotta consider possibly taking her out. I mean, nothing's set in stone. Like, I don't want to just go to the end with her just because, you know, we work together on a few votes. No. You have to take into consideration how everyone has been playing. Hey, you two. Oh, hey, Kelly, what's up? I just wanted to ask you two, how do you feel about Brittany? She's, scary. She's got all these moves she got on her resume. You know, I don't want to see her in the end. Yeah, I guess I can see it that way. Well, as long as she doesn't win, I don't think we'll have to worry. Yeah, but, I mean, if she does win, then we'll be forced to go against each other. Well, I guess then after that will be just survival of the fittest. Even though me, Kelly, and Charlie don't have a strong dynamic, we can all agree that Brittany is a massive threat, and taking her to the finale would be a huge mistake. She's got all these moves on her resume, and now with Joseph gone, you know, the jury may swing their votes really any direction. And I don't know where they're gonna swing them. But if she does win, between Kelly and Charlie, I'd probably want to still get rid of Charlie just because, you know, he's just kind of this dominant player who might end up, you know, winning in the end despite, you know, his kind of slightly jerky behavior. Welcome to your final immunity challenge of the season. For your challenge, you'll face off on our most recently difficult final challenge, balancing on a very tiny ledge whilst hanging on to another ledge behind you. You have to stay balanced for as long as you can. If you fall, you're out. The last person standing on their ledge wins immunity and guaranteed a spot in the finale. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council, where someone will be the 13th person voted out and the 7th member of our jury after 38 days. All of you are ready, so let's not waste any time. This challenge starts now. First minute goes by, and all of you still remain. Keep it up. Everybody's still hanging in there, and it's been 5 minutes. Now, it's been 8 minutes. The pain should be kicking in right about now. Our final 4 still remaining very strong, but only one of them is winning immunity. And Kelly steps down at 10 minutes. Everyone else still remains. Kelly is out. Charlie, Chloe, and Brittany still hanging in there after 15 minutes. I get it, hanging in there. No time for jokes. And dang it, the joke distracted me. And it looks like Chloe is out of this challenge, meaning we're down to Charlie and Brittany. It's an interesting battle. Charlie has won 3 immunity challenges, whereas Brittany had only won 1 challenge. Dig deep. You need to win this challenge, as it's more essential to making it till the end, more than anything. Ooh, by the looks of it, both are struggling. Looks like this challenge is gonna end soon. Brittany is trying to recover herself. Ooh, Charlie is down, which means Brittany has won the final immunity challenge and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Brittany, on winning immunity. You're safe from the vote, and you're heading off to the finale. As for the rest of you, Kelly, Chloe, and Charlie, one of you will be the 13th person voted out and the 7th member of our jury. It won't be you. Anyways, got nothing else for you guys. Grab stuff and head back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight. When it came down to me and Charlie, I had to dig deep. He won 3 challenges. I only won 1 by that point. And I successfully beat him, and now I'm going into the finale with a solid chance at winning. I'm feeling great. Well done, Brittany. Thanks, guys. I'm frustrated that I lost, because we could have taken out Brittany if she didn't have immunity, and now we gotta go down the path, and now it's probably gonna be likely either me or Chloe going out. Well, Charlie didn't win, so why not we make it a girls' finale and take him out? I guess it makes sense. Yeah, he's got quite a few stuff on his resume. He's got his immunity wins. He's got some of his, gameplay at the start and even at the beginning of the merge. I feel like it does make sense. So, regardless of how it goes, I'm pretty sure it's going to be me or Charlie sitting on the jury bench. I don't think Kelly's going out because, she hasn't really done a whole lot. She has a okay social game, I guess, but, I don't see her really realistically winning. Alright, I know I'm on the chopping block, I won't deny that. However, I think we need to make it a Ratui finale and just take out, Chloe. Alright, why is that? Well, it's the only other good option I got. And she's also got a solid game in terms of sociability and some strategic moves on her part. Alright then. By the looks of it, I think I might be going into the finale, which is awesome. However, I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to win the whole thing. The question is, however, right now, who's the person we need to put on the jury? Do we need to put Charlie on the jury or Chloe? I need to converse with Brittany between those two. So it seems like we're the deciders. Yeah, what do you think? Well, I don't really have a preference, do you? I kind of want to take out Chloe, but I'll hear you out on why you probably want to get rid of Charlie. Well, okay, Charlie might have not the best social game, but that doesn't mean he'll necessarily lose the game. People can be unpredictable with their votes. There might be people who aren't happy with what we did. Aubrey might end up voting for Charlie out of bitterness. I just don't realistically see him losing, in a sense. I feel like we shouldn't entirely think that he's down and out of the game just because his social game wasn't the best. I guess. That said, I kind of do want to take out Chloe because Chloe is just kind of a bit more of a threat in the finals than Charlie. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm probably going to lean more towards Charlie. Yeah, and I'm probably going to lean more towards, Chloe. Exactly. That's a tie, and we can't have them go to fire. That's a thing on their resume, and they'll probably earn a bit more jury respect. So we need to come down to a final decision between the two of us on who to get rid of, and go with it. I hate that me and Kelly are split. That said, either Charlie or Chloe have to go. I'd much rather it be Chloe just because I feel like Charlie would be a GOAT to bring to the end, and I've been talking about how he's a GOAT to bring to the end. However, if Kelly wants it to be Charlie, I'm not against it. It's just that I'd much rather have a GOAT in the end. But is Chloe enough of a GOAT to really bring to the end? I don't really know. The bottom line is we can't split our votes, because if we do that, it will tie, and a fire-making challenge is going to happen, and that's something else they can put on their resume. So, we just gotta come up to a decision. A very hard decision, actually. Welcome to the penultimate tribal council. Before we begin, let's bring in the members of our jury. Kim, Reese, Jay, Aubrey, Curtis, and Joseph voted out the last tribal council. So, Brittany, immunity going into the finale. How are you feeling? I'm feeling extremely stoked, Jeff. You know, to be guaranteed a spot in the finale and a chance to win $1 million, obviously it's incredible. How are you feeling, Charlie? You won 3 immunity challenges and you just couldn't pull off today. So, how are you feeling? Well, I'm obviously nervous, Jeff. And on top of that, since I'm the last guy here, it could be an all-women's finale, just like in Rookies versus Returnees. So, Kelly, is it just that straight and simple, just get rid of Charlie and have an all-girls finale? Well, no, not necessarily. You have to consider the other options. You know, you gotta also consider what Charlie has done, but you also gotta consider what Chloe has done, so it's definitely a lot to think about. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to vote. Kelly, you'll start us off. Chloe, my vote's for you, and I hope you go over me. Well, hopefully I've done quite enough to stay. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, I have the votes. Hidden immunity idols are void at this time and cannot be played. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Charlie. Next vote, Chloe. That's 1 vote Charlie, 1 vote Chloe. Third vote, Charlie. That's 2 votes Charlie, 1 vote Chloe, 1 vote left. The final vote. And the 13th person voted out as Survivor Polynesia, and the 7th and final member of our jury, Charlie. Charlie, that's 3 votes. That's enough for tonight. You need to bring me your torch. Charlie, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, congratulations to you 3. You have gone as far as you can get in this game. The power now shifts to the jury. 7 people you had a hand in voting out. Now put your fate to win in their hands. You have 1 more night out here in the beautiful French Polynesian Islands. Enjoy it. Alright, grab your stuff, head back to camp, get some good night's sleep, and we'll meet back here tomorrow night for the final tribal council of the season. So goddamn close. I was right there. Victory was in my grasp and it all slipped away tonight. It's definitely disappointing, you know, worked so hard to make it up to this point just to be caught up in the Final 4. I'm definitely disappointed, but I'm still kind of impressed on how far I gotten. Day 39. Yeah, one of us is walking away with the win. Best of luck to both of you. May the best woman win. I barely squeaked by that last vote. I barely got into the finale. I hope it was all worth it. Hopefully I was able to get enough people to vote for me, and who knows, maybe I'll win this. The odds are probably not entirely in my favor. That said, I feel like I played a solid enough social game, and I made my specific amount of moves. I feel like I might have a chance to win. 39 days ago, I started out as the struggling 20-year-old who has no clue how to fit in. And then suddenly, I was able to fit in with my tribe. I fit in with some of the people on the other tribe when the merge hit. And I completely wiped the floor with a lot of people here. I done it in a way, however, to keep my social game up. I hope my game was strong enough that the jury sees that I deserve to win the game, and I can come out victorious. Welcome to the final tribal council of the season. Before we begin, we'll bring in the members of our jury. Kim, Reese, Jay, Aubrey, Curtis, Joseph, and Charlie voted out the last tribal council. So, this is it. Brittany, Kelly, Chloe, after tonight, one of you will be leaving the island $1 million richer and with the title of sole survivor. You got one task left. Convince the jury why you should win the game and earn their votes as the title of sole survivor and the winner of $1 million. So all you know how this works. Jury, you'll stand. You will ask questions or state what you have to. And after that, for the first time for this season, we will have you three give one last final plea speech to the jury. And without further ado, let's begin. Kim, as the first jury member, you'll begin first. Well, first things first, I gotta say congratulations to all three of you for making it to the end. I have two questions, one for all of you and one for one of you specifically. My question to all three of you is, it's kind of basic, but I just kind of want to know what your biggest move is. I don't want to know why. I feel like when you get to everybody else, you'll pretty much explain why. But I just kind of want to know what your biggest move is and just your biggest move. No explanation. Brittany, I would probably say my biggest move was the Reese vote. Alright, Kelly. Probably a combination of the Jay and Aubrey vote. Alright, and Chloe? I'll probably say the Reese vote as well. Alright then. Now, Brittany, my question is specifically going to you. And it's, why should you earn my vote over the other two? Okay, so I feel like I should earn your vote because, admittedly, we both kind of aimed for similar things. We both aimed for power. Like, you were this player who wanted, a lot of power in the game, and I saw that. And so I sit through the game and was like, maybe I should also gain some amounts of power. And I was able to do that, specifically with the Reese vote. And through that, I was able to gain a lot of power and run the game from there. So I feel like that's why you should vote for me over the other two. Alright, thank you for your answer. I made up my mind. I know who I'm voting for. I'm done. Alright, thank you, Kim. Reese, you're up next. Alright, well, finalists, congrats on making it to the end. My question specifically goes to Brittany, and it's, why did you take me out at Final 9? Alright, I took you out for two reasons. Number one, I just felt like you didn't go through with your word and keep me safe. I only stayed because we won immunity, but if we lost, I couldn't guarantee that you were going to keep your word. And number two, you kinda gave me a little too much information to make you look too much of a threat. You told me that we played similar games, and everyone knows that in a game like Survivor, the biggest person who's going to be your enemy is going to be the person who plays like you. And that's why I had to take you out. Alright, fair, I guess. I have no real other questions for you. I just needed to know that, and that's it for me. Alright, thank you, Reese. Jay, it's your turn. Alright, ladies, congrats on making it to the end. I don't have any questions for any of you. I don't really have any statements. I just want to say good luck to you three. I know who I'm voting for, and I hope this person wins. And that's kind of it for me. I don't really have any questions. Alright, well, thank you, Jay, I guess. Aubrey, the floor is yours. Alright, finalists. Congrats on making it to the end. I don't have questions, but I do have statements. call it 3 of you. Starting, Brittany, I will say you're definitely one of the more dominant players, which is kind of scary considering how young you are. That being said, a lot of your moves were good, but they were done on players who weren't as big of a threat as you thought. Like, the Charlie vote and the Joseph vote, I can see. But, like, my elimination, Jay's elimination, Curtis's elimination, it kind of bamboozled me why you thought those players were bigger threats than the players who you put on the jury last. But I digress. Kelly, I think your social game was fine. I think your strategic game was fine. I just don't think you entirely, like, put yourself out there as, like, either a social competition or a strategic competition. You controlled your threat level, and that's something I can respect. And Chloe. We worked together on the Reese vote, and I thought that that point on we could make something happen, but it ended up going completely nowhere. And it's not my fault or your fault, it's just, well, you know, circumstances rounded up, causing me to go out before we could have made something happen. Huh. Tough pick between the 3 of you. All 3 of you played a really solid game. So it's all gonna come down to personal preference, who I respect the game the most of all, and just who I think is more deserving to win the game. And that's it for me. Alright, thank you, Aubrey. Curtis, it's your turn. Alright, ladies, I don't have questions. Well, actually, I do have one, but I'll get to that. But I'm gonna basically make my vote clear. I'm voting for Kelly to win. That being said, Kelly, is there any particular reason why you and Brittany voted me out at my elimination? Well, Curtis, there was, and it's just because you were targeting me. The reason how I figured it out is because Charlie told us that that's what that side was doing, and the fact that you were with that side to take me out, it just showed me that you couldn't trust me. And that showed that if you couldn't trust me, I couldn't trust you, so that's kind of why I did it. I guess fair. I mean, I probably shouldn't have went at you, especially when someone had an idol. That being said, I still stand by doing that, but it's not like that would have made a difference for me. Yeah, I still stand by my decision. I'm probably still voting for Kelly. And that's it. Alright, thank you. Joseph, you're next. Alright, my question goes to Kelly and Chloe. It's, you two had a helping hand on helping Brittany with pulling off blindsides. Chloe, you helped her with Reese's blindside. Kelly, you helped her with Jay, Aubrey, and Curtis's blindside. Why should I necessarily give either you two my vote when Brittany had practically the brains behind the operation of all 3 of those eliminations? I'll start with Kelly. Well, okay, sure, maybe Brittany had a lot of say in the vote. However, I practically think that either of us had power over her because we could have just swung our votes differently and messed up her plan. Yeah, so basically, even though Brittany might have had, you know, us in her grasp, we could have easily just slipped away and not give her any power, but we chose to kind of build up this, like, big threat in her, and everyone else would probably go after her. And so much for that. I mean, she got to the end, and, well, you two are facing her in the end. I don't really have anything else to add on. Alright, Charlie, close us off. Alright, first off, congratulations on you 3 for making it to the end. I'm not going to waste any of your time. My vote is probably going to go to Brittany, simply because she dominated the game perfectly. She made blindsides happen, but she did it in such a way where she didn't end up pissing people off. She had solid social game, a dominant strategic game, and won her fair share of immunity challenges. Kelly, I think you dominated more so socially, but let me just be frank with you, your strategic game was not good. The only reason why that was the case is because you didn't have anyone like Dirk to balance you out because I took him out. Well, now I don't feel bad about doing what I did to you. Huh. Touche. Chloe, to be honest, yeah, you kind of snuck by a lot of the game, and you're only in the end just for these two to kinda step over you. To put it simply, I just don't think you played a good enough game at all. You might have the Reese vote, sure, but from that point on, you just didn't get into a good enough position to make good enough moves. The only time you really did was at the beginning of the merge and by the end of the merge. And everything in between was absolutely just dead silence. That's how I describe your entire game in the middle. Just completely dead silence. So, I'm most likely leaning towards voting for Brittany, and I'm leaving it at that. And it's been a fun game, and that's it. Alright, thank you, Charlie. Alright, thank you, jury. Now, finalists, you may now present your speech as one last final plea for the jury. Brittany, we'll start with you. Alright, well, I feel like compared to Kelly and Chloe, I dominated the game in all categories. I feel like I had a strong social game, a strong strategic game, and a solid enough physical game. It was a perfectly well-rounded game, a perfectly, game overall, and I feel like that should earn me the title of Sole Survivor. Alright, Kelly. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I feel like it's been fun knowing all of you. I hope after this whole thing is done and we see each other on the outside, we can all have, drinks and have a nice laugh about playing this game. That being said, I feel like I should still regardless win the game, and I feel like I am probably the best fit to win this game because I feel like I feel like that the title of Sole Survivor is just kind of calling me. Alright, and Chloe. Well, okay, I call cap on that, Kelly, because I'm a survivalist, and a survivalist should most likely earn that title of the Sole Survivor. That being said, I feel like I should still regardless win, even if my game wasn't perfect the entire time. Alright, well, thank you finalists, thank you jury, for another season. And now that that's all said and done, one last thing has to happen. Jury, it's your turn. You are now gonna vote for either Brittany, Kelly, or Chloe to win the game. So without further ado, let's begin. Kim, you'll start us off. We might have had a rocky relationship, but it didn't go out on a sour note, and I feel like you just deserve to win this game. I'll definitely have a drink with you after this game. Hopefully you do come out with the win, though. Brittany, I hope you win, because I have a strong feeling if you don't, people are 100% going to complain. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, I have the votes. Now remember, on these pieces of parchment paper, you want to see your name on them. This is for a winner. So, for the last time this season, I'll read the votes. First vote, Kelly. Next vote, Brittany. That's one vote for Kelly, one vote Brittany. Third vote, Brittany. That's 2 votes Brittany, 1 vote Kelly. Chloe. That's 2 votes Brittany, 1 vote Kelly, 1 vote Chloe. Chloe. We're tied. 2 votes Brittany, 2 votes Chloe, 1 vote Kelly. The 6th vote, Kelly. We're tied. 2 votes Brittany, 2 votes Chloe, 2 votes Kelly, 1 vote left. The final vote. And the winner of LEGO Survivor Season 16, Polynesia, is Brittany. Congratulations. Wow. Just wow. That's all I gotta say. It's just wow. I can't believe it. I came out victorious. I'm feeling so good right now. You know, I came in this game one of the younger people, and I managed to be one of the younger people to win this game. I'm feeling so stoked. You know, it was a lot closer than I expected, but I don't care because I still came out victorious. I accomplished so much in the 39 days I was here, and to win the game, I reaped the rewards after all the hard work, and I'm feeling really stoked. Congratulations to Brittany, and congratulations to you for sticking around to the end of the season. 16 seasons finished. That's incredible. You know, definitely a good come down season after Heroes versus Villains. Now we're gonna get a more twist season next. And for the first time, you'll actually know what it is by going to my About page, and you'll see I put all the seasons there, and the next season is actually in there. If you check it, it will say Rise of Resurrection. Now, what's to entail? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Well, you'll probably have to look on the wiki page if you do want to know. We got a cast set up, 16 yet again. It'll definitely be a bit more, you know, diverse as well, especially in terms of the age demographic this time around. And that said, thank you so much for tuning into this season. And until next time, I'm Jeff Probst. I'll see you next season.